morning, crew. It is uncharacteristically overcast here in Connecticut this morning. Southern Connecticut, down by Long Island Sound. Walking the puppers this morning, as I do. And speaking of which, that is the topic for today's live stream, which will be a little bouncy and choppy because, well, I'm trying to wrangle the dog while I do this and walk and keep her from eating goose poop. Fun times. So anyways, what are your mornings like? So most mornings I get up, I walk the dog. A couple mornings I have, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have training sessions at the gym with my trainer. So I am generally getting up and doing something to move my body. And that can really set the tone for the whole day. So on days when, I will admit, on days when it's rainy, I don't walk the dog. And either she'll get a walk later or she doesn't get a walk and I feel super guilty about it, or she goes to daycare, which is usually what happens, is we'll have her go to daycare on those days. But on other days, I start the day by moving my body. But also there's other things involved with what happens like first thing in the morning to set that tone for your whole day. So for example, what music do you wake up to? Are you jarred awake by like your alarm? Or is it more gentle? That can make a difference. Now for some of you, being woken up gently by maybe some classical music or like Grieg's Morning Mood, right? That thing that you see in cartoons all the time. It's like okay, enough of that. Like that would annoy the hell out of you and you would be like, I hate everything. You're like, no, I need my hardcore Norwegian death metal to wake up to in the morning or it's just not going to be a good day. That's fine. You do you, boo. But for some of us, like waking up to something a little more gentle, not being jarred awake, can help. And also like your morning routine, like what do you do first thing in the morning? Do you just like hit snooze a million times? And look, I hit snooze at least 3 times every morning. I kind of have it like planned into when my alarm is set. Like I want to get up when it first goes off, but I know me, I'm not going to do that. Puppers is taking a pee break. Good girl. And so she gets a treat for that. So yeah. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say don't hit, for a lot of us, the first thing we do, roll out of bed, go to the bathroom. Let's be real here. But like, what do you do then? Do you take your phone into the bathroom with you and do you sit there and scroll social media while sitting on the toilet for 10 minutes? Or do you do your business, get done, do like a facial care routine and, start getting on with your day and getting dressed? These are the things that can really make a difference in your mood throughout the day. And my goal is to have you feel amazing all day, every day. Which, of course, shit happens and you have to deal with it. And when those unfortunate emotions come up, we have to deal with those. You do not want to suppress those. I do not advocate that at all. But we want the good stuff to be way more than the down stuff. And again, the best way you can do that is to set yourself up for success first thing in the morning. Get up, do what you need to get ready for the day, and then, maybe move your body, Maybe it's morning sex. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's taking a walk. Maybe you do hit up the gym first thing in the morning. Maybe you don't have that luxury and you have to like get to work first thing after waking up. Good morning. Lots of people walking here this morning. And so maybe it's what you listen to in the car on your way to work. Are you listening to podcasts that are uplifting or interesting and get your brain going? Are you, again, with the music? Because I know music is so important to so many people, and I mean, that's why we love music. It just evokes so much in us. So, like, what sort of music are you listening to? Or are you listening to the news, which, you know, I mean, it's a good thing to remain aware of what's going on in the world, but let's face it, the news is depressing as fuck these days. So maybe listening to the news first thing in the morning is not the greatest idea. Get yourself one of those little home devices or check your phone for the weather, and if you need to know about like school closings or traffic, because I can ask, like I have one of those Google Home Minis, so I can ask it, like, what's the weather going to be like today? What's on my agenda today? And, you know, how's traffic on the way to work, even though I work across the hall from where my bed is, so my commute's not too bad. But I can ask it all those things without having to deal with, like, finding out the latest thing, horrible thing that's happened in the world, or embarrassing thing that the person running my country has done. This time should be a cover thing way more horrible that's going on in that nobody can deal with. And see, like, now I'm falling into that trap, right? Just thinking about it, I'm like, ugh. So let's go back to happy things, like walking the dog and morning sex, because that's always fun. But try and get some movement in on your day. Why are we doing spinnies? What's going on here? It's actually starting to warm up, and we're starting to get some bugs. I just put a new collar on her, but I get the sneaking suspicion something bitter. A fly or something, likely. But she seems unhappy about it. So yeah, set up your mornings. Other things that can make your morning better is, we talked about, like, you know, getting up and not sleeping in, which I get, it's hard, but setting the tone for your day is going to happen once you get up. So, like, whether you sleep or not, it doesn't matter. It matters what you do once you finally do get up. The problem with sleeping in is a lot of times then we're rushed. And that's why it's not recommended unless you, like, do what I do, which is, like, I know I'm going to hit snooze 3 times, so my alarm is set for, like, half an hour earlier than it needs to be. So I can hit snooze 3 times and then be like, okay, fine, I really do need to get up now. Because if you're rushed, you're not going to have a great day. But, crap, where was I going with this? Oh, right. One of the other things you could do along with setting your alarm earlier is not hitting snooze a bunch of times and actually getting up and giving yourself time just to be, like, with yourself a little bit before the day starts. So get up, have some coffee. I know for those of you with kids, this is, like, seems like a pipe dream and, like, completely impossible. Like, yeah, you don't understand that, you know, the second I get up, if I make the tiniest little noise, my kids are up and wah, 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 and they want attention. But that's something you could try, is trying to get up a little early so that you can make yourself a cup of coffee or tea, whatever your favorite drink is, and just kind of, like, enjoy it without having to, like, put it in a travel mug and drink it on the way to work when you're not really paying attention because you're listening to a podcast, you're listening to the news and complaining about traffic or something like that. Like, so you can actually enjoy your morning. And I know it sucks for a lot of you who are not morning people, because research is finding that some of us just are not morning people, and that's okay. Unfortunately, society is designed kind of around morning people, and that sucks. Although it's interesting because I saw a friend did a poll about being a morning person or a night owl. Shout out to Paige. And I found it fascinating that a lot of the people who claim to be night owls, good morning, who claim to be night owls were like, yeah, I'm a night owl, but I can't sleep in past 8 a.m. or 8:30 anymore. For those of us who are actually morning people, that's not early. It's not. And that just goes to show you that, like, if you're wired to not be a morning person, like, you're working on a completely different reality than those of us who are working like me. Like, 10 o'clock is late for me at night, you know? Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. It's past my bedtime. I'm gonna stop here because the dog is pulling and she's not behaving. She's usually really good on a leash, but today she's just not doing so well. So we're gonna stop because I don't appreciate all this pulling that she's doing. I'm gonna get some treats in hand so that I can keep some treats by my side, and that will carry them in a little pouch there. I've turned into one of those people. Look at how like attentive she suddenly is. She's like, oh wait, I know what that smell is. I know where you're reaching for. And now she's gonna walk very nicely by my side because she wants treats. So yeah, so unfortunately, if you're not a morning person, but society requires you to be a morning person, you're kind of out of luck, and I don't know what to tell you. I don't have all the answers. And the idea of getting up a little early just so you can enjoy your coffee is like, has no, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you don't desire that at all. That's like, doesn't even sound nice to you. So don't worry about it. But yeah, try to set your morning up so that you have a wonderful day. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.